Hello everyone, it is Randa here from Randa Nutrition. For those of you who do not know me, I am a culinary nutrition expert and a holistic nutrition student, and today I'm going to show you how to make bone broth. It's one of my more popular recipes on the Randa Dirksen blog. It's so easy, so easy, and in these times right now where everyone's kind of feeling sick, this is such a great thing to either have in your freezer or just make fresh. And I'm going to show you how to do it in both the slow cooker and the pressure cooker. I have a Ninja Foodi, but you can use an Instant Pot or a regular pressure cooker or whatever it is you have on hand. Now the benefits of bone broth, aside from just having like a base for soups, is that it's a healing thing. It really helps when you're sick. It helps with your immune system. It helps keep those nasal passages moist when you have those symptoms. It's also good for gut health, and not to mention the collagen from the bones that are being brought out. It's good for your skin, hair, and nails. So there is a beauty aspect to it. So I'm going to show you just how easy it is. Usually I just use a rotisserie chicken. If you bake one or buy it from the store, all the scraps go in it. Now this whole chicken could probably fit in my Ninja Foodi, but for demo's sake, I'm dividing it into two. But if you have a large one, you'll probably have to do twice. So throw that in there. The next thing I do is I put in vegetable scraps. So while I'm meal prepping, I like to put all my celery, carrots, parsley, kale, any kind of scraps like the onion bits into a freezable bag, and I freeze them for the broths. So we're talking carrot peels, the tops, whatever else. The bits of celery you don't want to eat. The celery head I think is in this bag. Leeks, I mean every time it's different. I believe I even have one with leeks and sweet potatoes and stuff in my freezer. So yeah, see, like nothing goes to waste that way. And with adding these vegetables to the bone broth, you get a more nutritious broth as it adds more micronutrients, plus it just tastes a lot better. So we are going to add enough water to cover the chicken. So let's see if no, it's not gonna reach. So I added enough water to cover the chicken. Let me just swipe up here because I think I have a question. If you have a question, I can't see it, so sorry if I don't answer it, but I'll answer it after. And to draw more of the minerals out of the bone, just add a little bit of apple cider vinegar, about a tablespoon per pot or per batch. You can also use lemon juice. Now for the slow cooker, this is super easy. Just cover it with the lid, turn it on. There we go. And I cook it on low for 24 hours. You may have to add more water over time, but this is something great to have overnight. If your slow cooker gets super hot like mine, I usually put it on my stovetop. Okay, well, it will only let me go to 20, but just let it go for 24 hours. In the pressure cooker, I'm going to just wash that down. Turn it on. Make sure it's on seal. Have it on pressure, high pressure, for 60 minutes. Start. And what we'll do with the pressure cooker is that we will have it release naturally on its own, which means you don't flip the switch. You just let it come down naturally on its own, and the little pressure thing will be down, the spout. And then the slow cooker, I mean, don't need to explain that. You can also do it on the stovetop, same thing. Boil it for at least 12-24 hours. You might have to add more fluids as it, reduces down, so you don't want to burn anything. I wouldn't recommend having that pot going on the stove overnight. That's a little bit dangerous. But other than that, I mean, this is super simple. Once it's ready, you just gotta strain it over a big bowl and pick apart maybe the chicken so you can bag that for lunches or soups. Now, another thing I like to do is prep kind of like chicken soup packs. So I will, with this broth, probably freeze it, and I'll put it in glass mason jars or even some resealable bags, lay it flat, freeze it in the freezer, use what I can now, and then I'll prep up some freezer packs. So I'll chop up some onions, some celery, some carrots, and have it ready to go so I can throw it in the freezer. And then that way, in the last minute, if I'm not feeling that great or sick and I don't really want to cook a big meal, I'll have the base for a soup ready. I'll have the broth, I'll have some extra vegetables, I could probably add some chicken, or I can take this broth and make a big pot of chicken soup, and again, freeze that for when I'm needing it later and when I don't have the means to really cook and I don't want to eat canned stuff. So this is a really simple way to have a healthy, nutritious, fueling, immune boosting, healing recipe on hand when you're not feeling well. But I do recommend you prep it when you do feel good, so then that way it's ready for those days. I usually have this ready to go in my freezer. This year I've been a little slow, and with where we're at right now, kind of regretting that decision. So it's inexpensive. Like I said, it's the scraps of the vegetables from when I meal prep. These chickens cost like $7 at Costco. You can buy a whole chicken yourself and roast it. I think they're like $9, and you have quite a few meals out of it. So it's a great way to stretch your dollar as well. So leave me a comment letting me know what your favorite kind of soup is. Does it have a bone broth base? Or leave me other ideas of what you do with your bone broth. Do you just sip it? Do you mix it into soups? Do you put it into marinades? Let me know, and I'll be back next week with another tip. Bye.